Recognize Representative Flores of Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you also, Mr. Chairman, for hosting this hearing today. I'd like to extend a special thank you to Ms. McMichael from Texas State Technical College that's joined us today. You know, as somebody who came from the real world and has only been in Congress for 3.5 years, I know well what the basic inputs are to have a robust economy. You need to have people, financial capital, research and development, intellectual property, energy, a transparent, stable, and fairly enforced rule of law, and a regulatory structure that's based on sound science and real-world cost analysis. The two of the most important of those inputs are people and energy. And this committee has held a series of hearings on these two basic inputs, and I think what we heard today is very, very, very helpful. There are some excerpts I'd like to read to you that I think are pretty interesting today. The first couple of them come from Ms. McMichael. It says that projections indicate that the combined first-year earnings of a cohort of TSTC graduates will surpass $56 billion in new salaries for Texas. Well done. Also on demographics, says TST students across the state are a diverse group demographically. They are 63% minority, 54% Hispanic, 7% black, and 1% other minorities, and 35% white. The student body is comprised of 39% females and 61% males. This is a way to make life change in underrepresented groups. Another one that goes on is also from Ms. McMichael's testimony. It says, specifically, process operators are responsible for the efficient and safe operation of all process equipment. Salaries are in excess of $50,000, and the National Association of Manufacturers projects up to 10 million new jobs in the field by 2020. Then we go to Colonel Volk. These numbers indicate that for every $1 million of gross output created by the natural gas production in Pennsylvania Marcellus, 6.2 jobs are created. And correspondingly, 11.4 jobs are created for every $1 million of value added generated by Marcellus activity. I think y'all are getting the theme here. Also, Colonel Volk, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to job gains. Thanks to the opportunities brought to the area by the Marcellus Shale, the unemployment rate in your county is lowest at just 5.4%, down from 8.2% in 2009. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, average employment in Pennsylvania between 2007 and 2012 dropped 1.3%, while oil and gas employment increased nearly 260%. Meanwhile, the state's average annual pay increased only by 11.9% to $48,000 during that period, while wages in the state's oil and natural gas industry rose by $22,000 or 36% to almost $83,000. Another quote from Colonel Volk is, as our energy industry thrives, so too does our country's energy security, making our country ever stronger and more independent. Dr. Hertzer, from South Dakota School of Mines, the average starting salary for baccalaureate degrees is over $62,000, with the vast majority hired into American industry in locations around the country and become important contributors to their local economies. Dr. Lyons had one here, and I like the way you did this. You said education plus opportunity equals prosperity. That's exactly right. It says industry, local government, and the Ute Tribe have provided millions of dollars in scholarships for Basin residents to attend USC and USU and UBTAC. These scholarships allow our Basin sons and daughters to attend college locally, and as a result, more of them are staying in the Basin when they graduate, well prepared and energized to make their contribution to the local economy. Because of our high-quality educational institutions, an abundance of high-paying jobs, the Basin has one of the highest rates of income mobility in the country. And Dr. Jones, you said something, and let me see if I can find it. I think you, okay. Well, this is a question for you, and I'll come back to that in a minute. I think what I'd like to say, though, is, let me paraphrase what you said, Ms. Jones. What you said is something like that the ROI on an investment in education is far superior than the ROI that we get from investing in unemployment and social benefit programs. I'd always express it a different way, and that is the best social program ever created by man are good jobs and good paychecks. Because with that sort of an underpinning, you feed a family, you house a family, you grow your local tax base, and you create a vibrant middle class for this country. So I applaud what all of you done. I don't have time for questions, unfortunately. I yield back.
All right, thank you. And finally.